Ursula von der Leyen, as leader of the EU, derives pleasure from the UK's struggle to contain Nicola Sturgeon's push for Scottish independence, a political expert told. Ms Sturgeon has faced criticism after suggesting that waiting longer for a second independence referendum was in her favour due to changing demographics. The Scottish First Minister warned Boris Johnson that she had time on my side if he wanted to postpone a second vote by playing a waiting game. A number of polls have shown that more than 2/3 of young Scots support independence. Pensioners, however, overwhelmingly back Scotland's place in the UK. The latest instalment of the independence saga is just one in a string of tricky questions both Ms Sturgeon and the UK have encountered in the face of an indirect too. Ms Sturgeon, after securing a near majority in the Scottish Parliament in May's elections, promised voters that she would hold an independence referendum by the end of 2023. Yet, Mr Johnson has consistently parried the idea that his government would ever allow such a vote to go ahead. Many have noted that the EU views Britain-Scotland struggle with a degree of irony given the fallout it endured following the 2016 Brexit vote, a ballot in which Scotland had the highest vote share for Remain anywhere in the UK, 66%. Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission President, is the most authoritative voice of the EU, and has several times appeared to leave the door open for Scotland to rejoin if it were to become independent. Last year, when asked by Hungarian MEP István Ujhelyi of the Progressive Alliance of Socialists and Democrats group about the possibility of Scotland joining the EU, she replied, "Any European state which respects and promotes the values of the EU may apply to become a member of the Union." Dr. Alim Balac, a professor who specializes in German politics at the University of Bath, said the EU, during Ms von der Leyen's time at the helm, has reveled in the UK's prickly situation. He used the German word schadenfreude to describe how the bloc views Scottish independence. When translated, the definition of the word follows something like pleasure derived by someone from another person's misfortune. Talking about the bloc, he said, there is still anger about Brexit under the surface, and it could play out with Scottish independence. There's a degree of schadenfreude when it comes to independence. Ms Sturgeon has previously stated that she would take an independent Scotland back into the EU if it were welcome. And, looking at previous instances of mutual appreciation between Scotland and the EU, many believe there is no reason why Brussels would not accept a bid. On Brexit Day last year, the EU made its stance on Scotland clear, displayed across the European Commission building in Brussels with the message, Europe Scotland, BO and Scotland replaced with a love heart. Sharing a photo of the building on Twitter, Ms Sturgeon wrote, "The EU Commission building in Brussels tonight, and if you look carefully you'll see that they do appear to have left a light on for us. Leaders in Europe have since been urged to recognise Scotland's special position and make a unilateral and open offer to the country to rejoin the EU should it vote for independence in a future referendum." However, many have poked holes in Ms Sturgeon's desire for Scotland to become independent but immediately join the Union. Paul Embury, a leading trade unionist and commentator, previously told that the Scottish National Party's (SNP) policy on independence and the EU was completely inconsistent. He said, they, SNP, say they want to be independent from Britain because they think they'll be better off outside. Yet the first thing they'd do is hop back into bed with the Europeans and trade their newly found sovereignty for membership of the EU club. That policy has always struck me as completely bizarre and I don't think they're ever probed enough on it to explain that inconsistency. Democratic control, national self-determination and identity, and full political decision-making transferred to Holyrood are cited as some of the main reasons for independence. Yet, the country would be expected to sacrifice at least some of these newfound qualities should it rejoin the EU. It would, for example, likely have to give up its own currency in exchange for the euro.